Hello and welcome back, or welcome. Thanks so much for dropping by. I'm Habage, and Hardcore Vanilla Minecraft is coming up right now. Let's get going. I hope to find our claw, whatever that happens to be. Wow, excuse me. Uh, I was coming back in, talked to somebody on the phone for a bit, and was kind of, taking my break. Stepped outside, cool breeze now. It feels a lot better than it had. Let's go get that lava slime here. That one's dangerous. Get that one. Always want to watch out for exactly that. They will time their jumps, and if they're strategically placed in front of any other pigmen, that can be real trouble. So do your best to check the place where the mist shot could go before you fire when you're in this kind of environment. Again, there weren't too terribly many pigmen, but again, don't forget we are holding our pick rather than the totem to try to get some XP here, and would prefer not to lose the world. All right. So where were we at last time? We were in the process of kind of working through here. I think we want to continue to finish that up for a bit. Let's go get some more netherrack. I had talked about getting back to base, and we definitely want to do that. We need some critical supplies here, but we also want to kind of do what we can before we just immediately head on out. And this should be a good means of using up some of this netherrack that we've gathered. We've got shulkers full of it here in our inventory. Oh, it was me looking up at the blocks we left hanging off the ceiling. I think in terms of time, we may be best to just go back and clear those out and have a straight shot. Now, I think we're close enough that we can just do the one above our heads first. And I guess there we were doing a pretty decent job of not hanging extra blocks. Let's come back through and do this one. And you may be saying to yourself, I could have sworn that the plan was we were going to get this all set up and working and then do a lot of this build stuff. And you're right, but I think a lot of that is going to be the floor and ceiling and maybe even the external walls. We can deal with a little bit of gas damage along the way. And I'm going to leave this one high double gap open for speed. Nothing's going to spawn in that. So we can leave that as kind of just a dead space and not have any real issues as a result of it. Nope. Good shot, buddy. Let's try to get these guys pared down. Oh, well, you've already had 3 shots, dude. Lots of lag coming, by the way. Alright, is that all the... Is he a big one? Oh. Let's eat now. So when we drop down into the midst of this, it's going to be on. Ah! When they're first going like that, there's so much lag, it's almost impossible to time the shots to get them. Still, I'm just shocked at how poorly this works for repairing the sword or the pick. I don't know if that's because they're constantly dinging my armor as well, and so the XP that would be going to the pick is also getting sucked up by just minor damage to all the various armor pieces. Could be. Okay, so we've now got a wall that is fully adequate to keep anything from spawning behind it and taking away our spawn rates. That can definitely go. We'll just knock these out. Does that get us up here enough? It does. And boom. Boom. Okay, so this is kind of what I refer to as the backstop area. I know, very original, right? And so edgy. And we can, kind of stairs this. Stop. Oh. Okay, so those two are important. That top row really doesn't matter because I think for our ceiling, netherrack will be okay. The ghast is never really going to be shooting up at us. Oh, I went one too soon there. Darn it. Is that our ceiling height? Yeah, so can go here. Nope. Oh. Oh, that's a mistake. Just break it. This will go right over our head. Boom, boom. Okay. So that's going to be flush, and that's so important. We want to have no edge on our portal here. We want it to be fully through. And when we get ghasts, we're going to try to pull them, and by being able to come straight through the portal and pull them in, we will hopefully get them to materialize on the other side. So good stuff there. Now the challenge is going to be as we work to finish this off, and I think we should try to get these done up as much as possible. Again, every little miss is just a reminder that the other ones are, going well. Yeah, just in time. Boom, take that. Oh, another tier. Good stuff. And as you can see, he will wreck the netherrack floor, but not the basalt. So that's why we're taking the time here to cap it. Now, I think we'll do that. No sense in wasting here. And we are believe it or not, making some progress on repairing one of these picks. That's certainly something to enjoy rather than lament. Again, it's kind of one of those every little bit may not make a world of difference. Okay, that's all that done. Let's go ahead and do... See him make a beeline. He's like, how can I be most in the way? I know. Right here. Alright, there's that problem solved. Let's go up one more here. And come on. Come on. Ooh. I wanted to be a fall off. And just to mix it up. Oh, that was kind of stupid because we... Am I going to be able to get those? Let's at least get these. This is not one where we want to leave a convenience gap to spare materials. Boy, oh boy. There and there. Good. Okay. So you can kind of see how this is going to take shape, right? We will have walls that are basically immune to the gassed fireballs, so they can get as mad as they want to. Not going to do a ton of damage to us either way. Or, with our armor and everything, one or two gassed fireballs won't be a particular threat. The bigger concern with gas these days is that they might knock us or as we talked about, play spleef with us and break out whatever we're standing on to tumble us to our doom. Definitely don't want that. Do I want to get sucked into this whole long run thing? I think we can just kind of eyeball it. As long as we get... So that's the idea of spleef, right? You break the block. If there was nothing below, he would have just plummeted. And with gas, that's why, even though I think this floor is fairly fairly solid, I don't think, but there can always just be a single one, though. Any little hole can be enough to take the world. And so we don't want to be too blasé about it. Like, oh, who cares? It won't happen. Could, and we don't want that. So I want to run these back just enough to keep a stair going for myself. So eventually this is going to get replaced with obsidian once we've made our run back to the base. I was going to say, wow, if we're already out, that's pretty amazing. And this will then give us a full deal. And like I said, probably for the ceiling, I mean, it depends how pretty we want to make it. I'm okay with netherrack in here for the ceiling. This is, there's going to be gas tiers all over the floor and lava slimes and everything else. We don't need to make it too pretty. Wow, did you get yourself stuck up here? And this one is technically a waste. We don't really need that ceiling coverage, but is what it is. And if a gas should for some reason fire upwards, then we want to not have to go do complex repairs. They're not going to aim up. We're always going to be low relative to them, so we don't have to worry too much about them like shooting upward at the ceiling. At least, as far as I know, there's not like a lava ocean here that they can, they like to do their little swim deep in the ocean and shoot at us from below. Here, that shouldn't be a factor. So, all right, that gets us to our halfway mark. And when we come back, will leave us in a functional, possible to pull a ghast through a portal situation. Okay, these are all, I don't know, I'm still bothering with a sword, or a bow. Let's go for the sweeping edge multi-hit. Struggling like what? I know it starts with an S. What is the multi-hit enchant? Sweeping edge. Alright, gather up all the trash. So I think now we are really ready for our return trip. Maybe just do these so that we can finish up the bit of replacement nethering first. Keep those pigmen guessing. You don't know where I'm going next. You don't know how to get in my way. Oh, or you do. I underestimated your ability to be trolly. Can't beat them. Try to work around them. Excuse me? Yep, you guys do your thing. Cool. Oh, how nice of them. I didn't expect them both to get down like that. Alright. Yeah, so a little bit of extra cleanup here, just to use up what netherrack we have. We'll still get plenty more from the floor, so I don't have any problem dumping all that remains back at home. Oh, there we go. So now all the rest of that can be filled in with basalt. We'll get to that. That's good stuff to do when we've finished up. Now, for our trip back home, we got 3 tiers out of that so far without really trying much of anything. And again, we're not loading the chunks up here, so all good. Well, that's the start. We just need a few obvious supplies to get our side done, and then we'll set up the two portals. There it is. And then, once they're going, we can finish out the floor and all that good stuff too. I don't know. We may do the one, then kind of do all the prep work for the other before we really set it up. Oh, careful there! Wow. I guess that wasn't quite as bad as I thought, but yeesh. Yeah, let's do a bit of management up here, because we don't want to have an incident. And, you know, spots like this, the upright basalt looks pretty good. And I like it as an appearance and a texture. It's just very difficult to keep it consistent. Okay, then we had this. Get that done. Maybe try to just make this a bit more obvious. Oop. Alright, how we feel about that? Seems pretty doable. Not even getting XP from you now. Means you're not worth my time anymore, pal. Okay, boat back in. Oh, too much. Get out of the way. Oh no. Still haven't done anything about the mob spawning. Buttons are certainly an option. They're the one I've seen everybody use. I had hoped to use carpet, but that does not work. That's not the way the game plays, so we'll find other means. But man, that highway is nice for traveling quickly. Can't wait. It's a long wait, but can't wait for that to be done out to the 17 area. So we can just bounce through some of this stuff. Okay. We've got a lot of inventory to try to knock out here in hopefully a short amount of time. Wow. Trying to catch up. Now, I may hang on to one of these that's pretty heavy basalt. We'll dump everything that we've currently got in it in our inventory. Just to speed up the trips. But since we're going to want to use that for building, magma, blocks, creams, black stone. I think we've been keeping tiers over here. Yeah, look at that. It's another dragon's worth. Pearl, or not pearls, gunpowder. Very well stocked there now. Eat up. Get all the random stuff, and then we'll deal with all of this. Let's keep that one. This is a nice random chest. And all the rest of that. Okay. We had some gunpowder. We've got some quartz. Wait, is that more gunpowder? What did I put in the gunpowder? How do we have different gunpowder? Doesn't even seem possible, does it? Who knows? Creams. Black stones. And then everybody's favorites. I was kind of thinking, like, maybe we leave some of these for easier storage. I don't know. And just start, since we've got a bulk load, take it over now. And just start filling in on this backside. Then, you know, if we come back with a few stacks at some point, okay, that's easily dealt with. Done. Oh, what a pain here. At least do better here. It's 3 more stacks per turn. Almost full chest. Come on, click, 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 click. Lots of use on the old mousey. And no. It's the worst when you're like, okay, it's not going to fill it up anyway. let's just go. And then you can't do the click, and it's like, oh, you're just making it worse. Alright, well, we don't have to worry about netherrack anymore overwhelming us or choking out the inventory. It is now dealt with. Those two go. Basalt, and this was just empty. It can go back in. Forgot about this one. I thought we'd had more quartz. I guess that wasn't a bad move, really. Throw the ender chests in the shulker while you're working. Have that extra inventory spot, but it wasn't intentional. Oh, man. You and you. At least that little bitty partial stack didn't have to feel all lonely. Okay, now grab these two back up. This is the basalt. We'll put it over there. Goes there. We need both of these, actually. From here, we want this. I don't know how far this is going to get us, but for momentum's sake, we'll give it a shot. See just how far we can go. Okay, now, using the correct pick, I made a very thoughtful effort to select the right one. Oh, you're so much better than the lava cubes. Lava slimes, magma cubes, if you want the correct or my name for them. And usually, as you guys have probably seen, I just make a mishmash of it. We'll have one more little... That wasn't what I needed. One more little fun side event for XP while we're here before we go back. But while we're thinking about it, I'd like to gather up what supplies we think we're going to need. Well, not bad, but not super great considering we got another pick in the toolbox that's in tatters. But we do what we can do. Hopefully we can get these two back at least. Something. All right. There's that one. Here comes this one. I don't want to jinx it because I've only got a few pieces left here, but so far I haven't even managed to clean up a whole row with a Silk Touch pick again. It's pretty good for me, you guys gotta admit. Alright. So let's start thinking our supplies that we want to bring with us. We are going to need. Almost did it. Almost did it. A bunch of obsidian. Uh, I think we had 30 some and did not complete a full um, portal. So probably 4 stacks of obsidian, which would give us plenty of spare. That's planning ahead. Um, we are going to want leads because when we're set up and trying for the advancement, we want to be able to not kill the ghast, but actually bring it with us into the overworld first. Then, oh, nice. So we do have a little bit extra. Good. So we'll swap that for that. Have spare. Now I won't make sure that's still a fortune cookie. And just not able to do too much progress there. I know we don't really need the table for this, but got it here. Alright, run those down. At some point here, we're going to be able to do, you say, we're going to be able to do a nice building project with the quartz, but we know like how far smooth sandstone goes when it comes to that. It is gone pretty quickly. What else did we have in here laying around? I guess we might as well. Those two aren't going to help us much, but these certainly will a little bit. Let's do them while we're here, right? Coal, certainly. We know how little XP it generates. But again, it's kind of one of those every little bit, as we've talked about. The lava slimes don't clearly give us much at all, but they were upticking that one, so that by the time we got back, it had quite a bit more to go. Had we needed it, and we still had the spare diamond pick that we'd certainly love to wrap that up in some netherite here in the not too terribly long future. But as you saw, we got a lot of work done, and we hadn't completely depleted our picks. Depending on what you're doing, the terracotta eats them up really fast. I've said that's a big challenge when working with. That's odd. That every time something goes into just a perfect stack, I'm like, where did all the extra go? What did I do? So between this and the last bonus fun activity, we, should be a nice yellowy green at least. Yeah, I don't expect much of anything out of all this, except that we get a lot of coal, and we love coal. Oh yeah. Getting up to about the color of the experience bulbs. Orbs, whatever they are. Alright, let's make our blocks. Blocks of coal. Again, eerie in the efficiency. Alright. Let's run upstairs and do what we want to do up here. which may be sleep. Yeah, looks like some kind of sleepy. Hey, doggies, curl on up here. I'll scratch your ears. Good job. All right, redstone. Redstone. Hope for. Hey, S'more. Good to see you. For nothing too formidable out here around us. Any creepers coming from this side? Anybody hiding? Yes, so the fun activity I had in mind was once again feeding our cows. We are low on our beef, and we're relatively low on leather. We still have a good supply. We're not in danger of running out immediately, but as a nice little bit of extra XP and just general good practice, the balance here is we don't want a ton of cows on our base. They're just entities that are going to add a lot of lag, or not a lot, but you know there's something. You don't need to have 10,000 chickens or 10,000 cows sitting right where you live. You gotta have enough to be able to rebreed and start a new herd whenever you need more resources, but outside of that... Oh, missed him. Outside of that, it's good to keep the numbers, fairly manageable so that they're not just jammed in here too tight. Hope that wasn't a baby. Hope that wasn't a baby. I don't seem to be hitting the ones I'm looking at. Oh, look at that pickaxe go. Like I said, ender farms and all, drop room spawners, all that is great for enchanting, and certainly I enjoy making use of my darkroom spawner. But when you're first starting out, tough to beat a good manual feed and kill cow farm or chicken farm too. Chickens breed so quickly when you start using the eggs to turn them back into more baby chicks. Between those two, you can really take care of early game food needs and all the rest early on. So almost got through our repairs. We'll take one of these stacks in, so we're still not deep on spares, but we got loads of other kinds of food. I mean, look at all the cooked pork that we have. We can rough it if we have to. It's just the feediness of steak is nice to have ready to go, but we're not hurting for food. Potatoes and steaks, and we can cook. We got loads and loads of chickens. We could cook those up too. They just don't turn back into as much as we'd like. All right, let's put those handy up here. Now, coal goes downstairs. Oh, before we go downstairs, may have some already set. Oh, I got those downstairs. May already have leads in the box. So we'll check that. That's tools, not leads. We got a couple leads. Okay, so those are good. Let's get our obsidian. Aren't you glad that we don't have to go and mine a bunch of obsidian to do this project? We already did it. Had it in our back pocket, ready to go. Okay. Perfect amount of space. No. Stop it, blocks of coal. Put you away. Alright, then last but not least, we need the spawning supplies. And we have been holding on to these for just such a day. I think that should be enough. I don't think we need those. I don't think that's enough. We need to put that away. We need to switch this out. I didn't put anything in there, I just carried it. But I was thinking, one, I'm distracted by the fortune cookie. Oh, hey, I forgot we had that extra tier. Halfway to another dragon. We do have the flint and steel. We'll need that repeatedly, probably. Oh, I'm looking at them right now. So we've got some very important items that we really need as backups here. So I apologize. We're going to have to make one more trip upstairs. But before we do, we'll go down here. Still, we're gonna have to do a wood harvesting trip too at some point. We are way low. Maybe we'll go to a jungle, take down some jungle trees, and get a whole bunch of those. We should also get more acacias. All right, so wood we need potentially for a bunch of stuff, and we need some iron, and we need some redstone. I should check the recipe actually. It's been a long time since I've done anything with rail. Power. Oh, darn it. Ah, man. Talk about kicking ourselves in the feet. We just made so many stinking we cooked some, didn't we? Oh, that's something. What was the recipe again? It's just sticks. Let's go ahead and see how many we can make here. $30. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk another trip. And we do have the means to do a little better by ourselves here, so let's go. Now I'm worried about how long this episode is. I can't remember how far into the hour I was when I started. Two good sources we won't. Oh, no. Fortune again. Fortune. Yeah, I totally forgot that gold was an ingredient here. And doesn't change. I still in the big scheme of things, way more important to have gold apples than it is to have um, power rails. But when we do go rail, we're going to want to be really going here. So let's pop this in here. We're going to watch that for a second because I'm going to go on my headset tether. Step away. Hopefully no disasters happen here. So crazy. Not I'm standing behind my laptop. I've just had a controller that popped the no battery thing when my PlayStation, which was just silently playing some YouTube videos for me. That's how I like to kind of keep an eye on maybe some of you guys at times while I'm recording, a little bit of multitasking. But yeah, it was pretty well done. So hey, let's see how we're doing now. You guys have been watching along. You should have been yelling them out, counting them off for me. I think the speed of this is just worth letting them run. We could have split the stacks or whatever and gotten a few, but we'll get these set. That should give us enough. I think with the ones we already have, that'll give us plenty of extra so that we can have lots of power on our little rail line that we're going to make. Then the next question will be how many regular rails we need. Those are pretty efficient to build as we need out in the field. And you get a bunch of them for each one. So we'll just carry some iron, and that's why we grabbed the logs, so we can make all those. We can make redstone torches as well as needed. So we'll see. And we may slab as well, kind of between the rails. I don't know if the mobs will spawn directly on the rails or just beside them. So that's something to look into. Getting a little bit of rain, even having slept. Oh, while we're doing this, let's just check. 58. All right, well, before we head back, we'll maybe wrap this up and start again. And I apologize for those of you guys that are trying to keep up with content. Sorry, man. It's just too good. I get involved in some of these projects and want them to proceed. All right. Should have had the axe out. Could have gotten that little bit of extra XP. Okay. Powered rail. That is fantastic. Now, what is rail? Just iron and sticks. Perfect. And how many do we get for that? 16. That's what I thought. Okay, good. So we'll, just for the sake of carrying it efficiently, take all those. We don't want to store the redstone because we might need that for torches. I think we're pretty good, right? If we need them, we got these. We talked about one. All right, let's get a couple chests just in case. All right. Am I missing anything for the rail system? I'll have a think too while I'm on break here. But feel free to leave a comment. And you never know, I could get distracted here and not come back immediately. But I think one more episode will have us up to functional, and that would be a pretty good place to be after deciding instead of arranging over the nether as we'd planned when I found I had no ender chests and no ender pearls to move around efficiently. It was maybe better to take on another project. Um, so that's what we've done. Now, did I just say I needed something and then didn't get it? No, we're just gonna put these in. We need all these boxes, that's for sure. Put all this stuff in there. Very good. I feel much better now. Lots of rail to get back and forth. If we need to, we can build more powered rails to make it go. A couple of spare mine carts. Plenty of sticks eventually, and redstone to make torches to power the whole contraption. I think that's it, right? All good? Cool. Well, let's store up the rest of our stuff now. Can put that away and put fortune cookie away. Hold you. All of these. And why did I have these pearls out? I don't know. Doesn't matter. We're not gonna craft it. We're gonna carry it. Okay, let's call that one good, guys. Good progress. Wow, look at that. That's my real handle, Powder Snow, which is again why I was so excited to have Powder Snow added to the game. I feel personally appreciated by Microsoft. Thanks, guys, and thank you all. I joke at the name association, but for you guys, it is honest and heartfelt. All the views, all the comments, the likes that I've been seeing coming through, so much appreciated. For your own sakes, I hope you consider hitting the subscribe. That will keep you posted when I have a big day like this. Where obviously, if you see me going way beyond 2 episodes, it probably means something is afoot, and we're getting close to a finish. So feel free to jump around. I understand that, but I do appreciate the clicks through and the likes. And you can watch every minute if you like, or you can push on through to see how we fared at the end. Either way, you guys are awesome. Go ahead and take a break if you're watching this content in the days and weeks to come. Stay hydrated out there. I know that's what I'm trying to do with lots of water. I want to keep these calves going, so I'm going to stretch, get some water, move around a little bit, and come on back for one more this evening. So you guys take care. We'll see you back here soon. Bye now.